Hello, my name is Samantha, and my topic is going to be, should children have homework? My view is that no, children should not have homework. Children go to school almost 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 9 months out of the year, and then not only are they at school for 8 hours, then they come home and they have homework. And once they get in middle school and high school, sometimes they even have homework on the weekends, which would then make it 7 days a week. Students have lives. Some play sports, some have hobbies, some have to go home and take care of their siblings. Some students don't have the resources that other kids have. Some students don't have a safe home to do said homework. Some students aren't as blessed as others and they can't get help or they can't get tutoring. So when teachers are going to school and assigning all this homework, if the children don't understand what they're being taught and then they have to go home to a stressful environment, they're really not going to understand because they're not going to have help. They're not going to have access to tutoring. Their parents aren't going to be there to help. They might not have older siblings who can help. And it just becomes a lot for those students. And sadly, that is a lot of students. I'd say more students than students who come from a loving, happy, healthy home. And even for the students who come from a loving, happy, healthy home, they play sports, or their parents work long hours and can't help them. And even if the child can do the homework on their own and they don't need help, they shouldn't have to go to school for 8 hours and then come home and sit at a table for 2-3 more hours. The teachers are paid to teach. They sit there all day long. They have all day to teach the kids. And I know that a teacher's point of view is that they run out of time, or that they don't have enough resources, or, oh, well, the students were talking, or somebody always gets blamed. But in reality, it is the teacher's job. That is what they are there to do. They are there to teach the children. And they see the students more than some parents see their kids. So it's not fair for the kids to have to then go home and spend even more time in their room or sitting at the dining room table, and they don't get to hang out with their parents or with their friends or go and see family members because I have to stay home. I have to do homework, and it's just a lot, especially for younger kids, because younger kids have shorter attention spans. So they're going to school and sitting at a desk for 7-8 hours a day. Then for them to have to come home and do more work, unsupervised. That's why kids are failing, because they're not doing the homework. Because they've been at school all day, sitting, stuck at a desk. And then they come home and it's an option. It's, okay, I could sit here and be miserable and do my homework, or I could go outside and have fun. I could go play my video game. I could go and hang out with my brother, my sister. Of course, they're not going to do it, so then they get a failing grade. Students deserve to live their lives outside of school. It shouldn't all be school. And especially older kids. Older kids have jobs. A lot of older kids nowadays have jobs. For one, some of them need the money. Some of them are saving up for when they go away to college, or some kids just do it just to have fun, to have other social interaction, to feel responsible. So it's not fair to them that they have to quit their job or they have to call out from work and then they get fired. It's just not right, because parents and students, they're just losing faith. Like, why even go to school? Why am I sending my kid to school? What am I paying? And I know, like, they don't pay the teachers, but like, why are the teachers getting paid to teach my child when I'm the one sitting here doing it, or when my kid is sitting here Googling how to do it? Why? Because especially like where I went to school, we didn't really have homework, but I guess like the neighboring schools, like high schools, they had lots of homework, but it was all, like, they would go to school and not learn anything and like kind of sit there all day, and then they'd have to go home and do homework for like 2 or 3 hours. And that was crazy. And I get it every once in a while for there to be homework, you know, like, that's okay. Sometimes teachers really do run out of time, but it shouldn't be an everyday, every week thing. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 9 months out of the year, to teach these children what they need to be taught. That's plenty of time. I think the only time that homework is kind of acceptable is when you're in like 1st and 2nd grade and you're learning how to spell. If you want to go home and practice your spelling words, go right ahead. But there is no reason for these kids to have homework. There is plenty enough time in the school day to do it. That is what teachers are paid for. And that's what kids deserve. They deserve to have lives outside of school and it not all be involved around schoolwork. And that is why I think children should not have homework.